Morning, I guess. Hello, guys. My name is Trevor Beck, and welcome to Demo Slams with Google Apps. Your host, Lee Webster, was not able to make it this week, so you're stuck with me. Again, my name is Trevor Beck, and we will be taking the next little while here to do Demo Slams. For those of you that aren't familiar with what they are, they're basically 3 minutes where our participants get to compete and try and do, or basically outdo each other. If you're interested in keeping track, this will be probably our last one for the summer, and then we'll start up again in in September. bit.ly/demoslams is the URL to our website. There's a calendar there you can subscribe to, and you can be all ready for what happens when we get started again in September. Guys, want to introduce yourselves as the other participants? We'll start with Allison, please.
Hi, my name's Allison Malika, and Google certified trainer, live up in the Northeast. Happy to be here.
Yep, you.
Nick, you can hear me. Nick Cusimano, Google certified innovator and trainer and other Google stuff. And excited to be here. We've been doing this for a long time. I think this is 5 years, maybe 6.
Yes, what is it, 2014, I think I remember. Okay, so let's get started. Allison's going to start off first. I will time Allison for 3 minutes. I'll give you a 1 minute and a 30-second warning, Allison, and then your time will be up.
All right. So are you guys willing to play along with me if I ask you to play a little game?
Sure thing. Sure.
All right, cool.
Okay, you let me know when you're ready.
All right.
Have to share. Yep. Okay.
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
All right, so I've, in the past, in one of these years that we've had this show, I've shown something through Flippity. I think it was the flashcards, and it was a long time ago. But I discovered the Flippity quiz show, the typing test, and the random name picker. So I want to show you those. The first one was the typing test is really, really cool. You just, you go ahead and you go to flippity.net. You can click on, I'll just walk you through how to use any Flippity product by clicking on template here, and that way you don't have to read the directions. I'll do it for you, so you don't need to do that. And it will prompt you to make a copy of their spreadsheet. So this is also nice if you're not real familiar with spreadsheets, because it kind of gets you into one that's already templated. And basically what you see here is a spreadsheet that has the US Constitution, I have a dream. And if you go back to this, it said it's a Flippity typing test. And basically what it's going to do is pull up any of these for a student to do a timing, like a typing timing. So you can change the title or the content. So if you want to have different content in, maybe you're doing typing, but you want to tie it into something they're learning or something they love that they're interested in, you can go ahead and change anything you change here. So I'll make this Happy Days. And I'll change this text so you can see how that looks like when we go live. This will be a very short typing test. All right, so you click on that, you make your edits there. You want this to be a 1 minute timing. And now I choose this little tab down here where it says get the link here. I can't click on it yet because I have to click on file and publish the spreadsheet to the web. And that's really all you have to do. It's probably one of the easiest things you can do for how complicated the product is on the back end. Once you open up the link,
1 minute.
Now you can say to the students, okay, do the 2 minute timing on this is the Happy Days, or do the 3 minute timing on something else. And then that's the typing one. Well, not everyone's a typing teacher, so I'll show you Quiz Show. Quiz Show allows you to take the template and create a quiz show. You can see here, I've got on the front end, the team, the world capitals.
30 seconds.
So one of you pick one of the topics and we'll play.
Movies.
For 200? Okay.
Sure.
Who played Yoda in The Empire Strikes Back?
Frank Oz.
Oh my gosh. I never would have gotten that. Okay, so that's how you use that. I don't know if you call it a demo slam or not, but just go to flippity.net, and anything you're interested in doing, you just click on template, follow the instructions that I just showed you with the typing test. It's just
and that's time.
Copy the spreadsheet and publish it to the web, and then everything's really like plug and play from there. I'm going to take an extra 10 seconds just because I wanted to show you the badge tracker, and I wasn't really prepared for today. So just so you know, if you're interested in using badges, you can use the badge tracker and you can customize the badges for the kids. And in the spreadsheet, you can put the criteria in. And once they meet the criteria, you just put an X in the sheet. And when they click on their name, they'll see what badges they have to download. So that's an easy thing to use. And it could be really fun if you're working with badges in your classroom. Thanks for the extra time.
No worries. Okay, excellent. Nick, you're next. I will set the timer again. And just tell me when you're ready.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Okay, start.
Okay, so last week, Google AR came to out of beta, so you can now use it on your newer devices. Now, if you have the first Best Buy kit, it does not work with that. That's the fun that I will have to go through. But if you have, I have Pixel 2, you have iPhone 7 or above, you have the AR kits. So I'm going to do a little bit of camera work here. So if you can see I have the flat surface and the dots are there. And now, as I move it around, so I have the Renaissance Man from Da Vinci. And then you can also see the Leocopter spinning on the phone. And then you can move that around all different parts of the classroom. As you move your phone around, you can see the different parts. So just wanted to let people know that that AR part is live and easy to use. And also, if you have newer iPads, great thing to use with your iPads because they have the AR kit built in. So if in the past year or two, it should work with it. You'll have to look at the specifications on the website. Slam.
Excellent. Lots of time left.
I have a question. Since there's only 3 of us, we can talk a little bit about this. All right. What's the app? How did you do that with your phone?
So that's Google Expeditions app, just the update.
Expeditions app. Okay. All right.
So just like VR, but now you have AR options.
Okay.
And there's, I want to say, like, 70 to 100 on there. Lots of artwork, lots of science, lots of like DNA is kind of cool because you can see the double helix and kind of move around with that. You really just kind of need a flat space because it does whatever with the AR stuff, figures out the flat plane, and then you can move up and around. And if you have a selfie stick, then that may help you out a little bit more too, depending. But I think what's nice about that, if you're a school who already has iPads, and a little bit, or recently got some new iPads that have the AR kit included or that can update to it, then you now have that option available to you.
And the Chrome Tab 10 is being released.
Yep.
All right, awesome.
I'd like to play around with that. I'm sure someone will have it at ISTE.
Yeah.
The Acer booth at least probably should. I think there was an HP one coming out too.
I'm sure it'll be at the Google booth too.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Trevor, it's your turn.
All right. So Allison, do you mind doing the timing? And then, because I think Nick's going to try and help me out here in a second.
Okay. I'll time you whenever you tell me to start.
Okay. Let me, I'm just going to share my whole desktop here in a second here. So what I'm going to do is really going to be tough because we've got this YouTube stream going, but I'm also going to try and do another Hangout at the same time. So always fun. So I'm going to just share the whole desktop. So normally we just share one side, but we'll just do the whole thing. And I am ready. Oh, This might not work. Hang on. Let me see if I move this screen over there, if this helps. There. That's better. Okay. All right. Ready to start?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. So with one of the things that people tend to forget about is that when we do Hangouts and stuff, we have access to the screen sharing. Now, the problem I find that a lot of people do or get into is they go, I don't have a camera, I don't have a microphone, I can't do Hangouts. The reality is you can do Hangouts, you just don't use those components. So quite often what I do is I will phone somebody, especially someone who's not tech savvy. I will phone them on their phone because they know how to use a phone. Send them a link to the Hangout, and then we just do screen sharing straight through there. Now, the personal Gmail has a screen sharing component to it. It's kind of a little rougher than what the new Google Meets is doing. So Meets is available if you've got education or business accounts. The Google is rolling this out over the next month or so, or a couple months or so, to actually switch from the old Hangouts to Google Meets. That's going to be the new standard. So I thought I would just kind of start with this. So when I start a new meeting, and I can go in here, I've got this, there's all my information there. So there's an actual URL. There is actually a dial-in phone number and a PIN number. So people can actually come in by phoning a specific number. I can also take this copy info link here that gives me all the details. And I'm going to just throw this into my chat here, and maybe Nick can join me really quickly. And so what happens is, this information gets sent to Nick. If he's using Chrome or Firefox, he doesn't need a plugin. This is all built into the software. And so when they click on it, they can automatically join in. I can also add someone by phone. And this is typically what I will do. I will phone the different people that I need to do screen sharing with, so that I have them on the phone. They're using the phone. I'm actually using the Hangout here to do all my stuff with. And so I can add in like 10 people by phone, send them the links as well, and then they're joined in on the link. So that's an important part of it. Is if you ever need that information, it's down here. You can add someone by phone so they can call anywhere in North America for free. And here comes Nick. So Nick and I can now easily go in, and at the bottom here, I can just say, hey, Nick, you know, we're on the phone here. Nick's not talking to me, or sorry, not on the thing, but he's on the phone. I say, Nick, can you use the present button at the bottom? And when he does that, he will be presenting his screen. You don't have to worry about that, Nick. I just want to highlight this part, because the next part's where we get really fun. Okay, so Nick's sharing his screen. Now I can sit there and I can tell Nick, hey, Nick, can you move here? Can you move there? Can you move up and down? And all that kind of stuff. But sometimes it's just faster if I decide I want to take over and control what's going on. So I'm going to leave this Hangout here. And there's a new thing from Google called Remote Desktop. Now, it's not really new. They just kind of changed it a little bit. How much time do I have left?
You're still good.
Okay, so remotedesktop.google.com gives you two ways of remoting to a computer. Most people are going to use remote support. So when we go to remote support, if you don't have it installed, there's a little download link here. It actually just installs an extension that shows up on our window. And there's two things are there: get support or give support. So if Nick, if you got that up, you could just hit the code. So Nick would get a code like this, and he could tell me what it is, send it to me in an email. We can talk over the phone or whatever. But he would give me that code, and then I would punch it in here, and I would connect to that. That will allow me to go and control his computer. I don't have to sit there and babysit him and say, you know, go to the left, click on that tab, go to the right. I can actually take over the computer. Now, when that happens, Nick actually ends up having to give me permission. So it says, yes, Trevor is going to help you out, and I give him permission. And every 3 minutes or so,
you have
a code? Okay.
Or it's generating it right now.
Okay. Well, I don't think I have much time left. So I want to go to the other side of this. Remote access. You can install a piece of software on any computer that you own, and it runs in the background. So anytime you want, you can jump in and do remoting. So for example, here, if I wanted, I could turn this on here. It might involve my downloading a piece of software. But what happens is once it's running, I can connect to any computer that I've got running. So I've got a number of things here. This is my Mac Mini I have in the front room. I'm going to connect to that. There's a security code that I've set up. And it doesn't matter where I am in the world, I am now attached to my Mac Mini, and I can control it just like I was there. And that, hang on a sec, here comes the best part. is my slam.
That's great. You're such a geek.
I shared the code if you wanted to connect the show with that website.
It's great.
Okay.
Good information.
Yeah, that's okay, Nick. I think everyone saw that. So, but the nice thing about it is it does work. Now with that other piece there, like, you know, it works with Chrome, it works with Firefox, so most people can just click on that. I think Safari, you have to download an extension, or that's coming down the pipe in the next month or so. But it's definitely a great improvement over the traditional Hangouts now. And I just like the layout of Meets much better now, because that present button is somewhere that's easy to see. It's not a little icon that everyone goes, what the heck is a green background with a white arrow? It's an actual word that says present.
I'll be happy when it's like one. I just wish it would be like, okay, Meet replaces Hangouts, done.
That's this month.
But I know, but it's still straggling. It'll be when educators take the exam, it's going to be Hangouts for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's just exhausting trying to keep up with being in one world and the other world and trying to teach people how to use Google, because they're in the middle. They've been in the middle of Hangouts and Meet for well over a year, and you're trying to teach, and you're like, well, here's Hangouts. It might not be here tomorrow. Okay, but then when you see Meet, it'll be this. I just wish that all the tools get released for a year, and then they kind of like, it drives me crazy. I'm sure it has to be done that way, but I like to say those things out loud because I know a lot of other people experience the frustration, and that way they know it's just a natural part of life and it's okay.
Yeah, I think the deadline, I think it's the end of this month that you can, that everything will be switched over to Meet. Not the personal Gmail Hangouts, but anything tied in with the other one. It's the end of the month. It's a rollout that everyone's going to be forced to use Meet. So we only have a few more weeks left of that. But
I have a good story. Well, I think it's a good story. You know how you showed the Chrome remote desktop?
Yeah.
Can I tell it?
Sure. Right. We got a couple minutes.
Okay. So my mom, like years ago, my mom calls me. She's like, oh my gosh, my computer, it's like messed up. And so I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what happened? And she just said, well, I was playing on this bingo site and it said like, I needed something, so I clicked on the link, and then she followed the rabbit down the hole, and lo and behold, she got a virus. So I had to reformat her computer and fix it, and my sons were like, Mom, you're Google, why didn't you have ad blocker on there so she wouldn't click on those silly things? And I was like, yeah, all right. So I take care of the ad blocker thing. A couple of years later, oh no, what? Well, I ended up with a message on my computer that said, call this number. And then I called them and they wanted access to my computer. I was like, hang up the phone, shut down your computer. So the long and the short of it is, in order to fix it from 2 hours away and her not being able to click on and do what I was telling her to do, I went to the Chrome Web Store and I clicked on share and emailed her the link to the Chrome Remote Desktop. And I said, all you have to do is click on the link and install this Chrome Remote Desktop. And then I was able to get it to a computer and fix it, you know? So I think of all of us out there with aging parents or just, you know, being away from people that ask us for help. And we're trying to talk to them on the phone and tell them how to do something. Just use that Chrome Remote Desktop. Get right in on that machine and just do it for them.
Yeah, I find the first step is if you just get the sharing like a Hangout, so you can see the screen and you can tell them how to install it and stuff. And then the next step is you've got the remote desktop, because some aging people just like they'll download it and they'll go, well, where is it? Whereas at least if I see it, I can still say, yep, it's in your downloads folder. And where's that? Da, da, da.
Take advantage of the tools that will help you get there, because they're there. It's just that sometimes we forget about them. So
yeah. Okay, that's our time. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. The voting form the voting form is on the website, so by all means, please go ahead and vote. I'll also put a link into the description for this piece, and we will leave it open till next Friday. I'll close it off Friday morning, and we'll see who's going to be our slam winner. That's it. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.